When discussing the future of humanity, eventually we stumble upon the question of how long our species may exist for, and whether there could be a possible great filter on life in the universe, which is the reason we see next to no evidence for other life in the universe. We have discussed the great filter briefly on this channel before, but I will give a quick overview of what the filter actually is. It proposes that the reason that we see no evidence for alien life is that eventually all life either kills itself off or goes extinct naturally. For example, if other intelligent life throughout the universe develops nuclear weapons, it could be possible that death via nuclear annihilation could be a common denominator between species. While it is quite likely that all species don't come to their ultimate end the same way, is it possible that intelligence is fundamentally the same, and all intelligent species in the cosmos find themselves having somewhat similar issues that are just fine-tuned for their species? All of this depends on where life can thrive, and whether life arises on other worlds in the same way it did here on Earth. The reason that the Great Filter seems very plausible is because the universe has existed and will exist for an extremely long time. There is no way at this moment in time of telling how many species may exist that we can observe. It could be very possible that intelligent life is rare, and only exists at different stages throughout history. We could be the only intelligent species in the Milky Way galaxy, and anything outside of that would be incredibly hard to detect, let alone contact. Imagine this is the case, and has been the case for the 13.8 billion years that the universe has existed. Our galaxy could be a graveyard for long-dead civilizations. If we are going off our best model, general relativity, then it is believed that no object can travel faster than the speed of light in a vacuum. So this would make spanning out and traversing the galaxy a difficult task. Now imagine trying to reach our neighbour galaxy, Andromeda. The Milky Way galaxy would take 100,000 years to traverse at 99% of the speed of light. Then it would take a whopping 2.5 million years to reach the Andromeda galaxy. So it's safe to say without faster than light travel, travelling interstellar space is going to be next to impossible. There are of course ways that we can counteract this, with of course generational ships and other future hypothetical technologies like that. Discussing these distances is relevant because our species' long-term survival is dependent on our access to new resources and energy, as well as a place to live, whether that be a new world to live on, or living in space in an O'Neill cylinder. We know of course around 600 million years from now, the sun will have heated up enough to make our planet uninhabitable. This is an incredibly large amount of time, enough time to innovate better technology and figure out a plan of how to vacate the planet. Now going back to the question of whether or not the human species will pass the Great Filter, we have to ask ourselves, do we truly believe that we will solve all of our species' issues, as well as the issues that planet Earth has? For example, of course, with climate change, we are seeing countries and corporations ignoring or downright denying the existence of human-influenced climate change. We are almost at the point where the damage we have caused is irreversible, and still to this day nothing much of substance is done about it. One huge issue our species has, as well as every other living being, is we think in the short term, and only of our lifespan. People are content ruining the future for their own descendants, even though we as the intelligent species of the planet have a moral obligation to be the caretakers of this planet we live on. This is because we are self-aware and lucid in our lives. We can critically think about issues we face, but a dialogue is either never bridged about these issues, or when it is, rather than having a constructive conversation, it turns into a match of insults. Right now there are still many wars going on around the world, and thousands of innocents are being slaughtered, all for the financial, political and territorial gain of a select few dictators, politicians and business people of the world that use the chaos of tragedy to make quick money. Unless this ruthless side of humanity is put into check, then it seems more and more likely that we could find ourselves succumbing to our theorized inevitable fate. Out there in the vast expanse of space are all the possible resources that our species might need. It's just all about whether our species can coexist peacefully for long enough for our species to become adequately technologically advanced, to begin gathering resources from space. With SpaceX's reusable rockets and some form of robotics technology, we could potentially see our species mining asteroids within the next few decades. We can ask the question of whether or not our species is fundamentally good or evil. This topic of discussion may help us shed light on whether our species is destined to be in conflict with each other or not. But I will leave diving deeper into that question for another video. I do believe that it is possible that there is a great filter, and humanity may die because of it. But regardless of that, I would rather our species give ourselves a chance at survival by trying to improve our abilities to coexist as a species. There are many ways that we differ as a species, whether that be our culture, our religion, or our political beliefs. They all shape the way that we view the world, and have caused senseless violence between them over generations. No matter our beliefs, most of us want the same things. I hope that all peoples can come together as a species and attempt to work together to solve the mysteries of this amazing and complex universe we have all found ourselves existing in. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate you sticking by and watching this new video on the Great Filter. The Great Filter is a subject of discussion which I really like to talk about because it is something to do with alien life, but it's also something that's to do with us as a species ourselves and how we may navigate a world where all species may come to some cosmic ultimate end, or even self-induced ultimate end. Like, you never actually know which one it will be. So that's realistically the question. Do all intelligent species fundamentally just go extinct? Now, maybe it's just no matter what species it is in general, but maybe most of them go extinct before they become intelligent, and the intelligent ones eventually probably end up having conflicts, because we as a species probably have much more interspecies conflicts than any other species on the entire planet. I wouldn't even say it's a most likely thing. We definitely do. So just think about it in that sense. It's just very bizarre. Hopefully we can make it through and get to the other side of the Great Filter. Hopefully we've already gotten past it by just becoming a somewhat technologically advanced society. Maybe people don't get past, you know, usually the hunter-gatherer kind of stages of whatever that is on their planet. We don't know, but it's a very interesting topic to discuss. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell to stay up to date with the latest content on the channel. I do really appreciate you all so very much. See you later. Peace out.